Ashutosh Mishra, who's right at the war-torn zone. Ashutosh, give us your location. How severe is the situation there? Are air sirens still on? Do we know if rockets are still being fired from the Gaza side, from the Hamas terrorists, as Israel has stepped up its attack and managed to neutralize nearly 1,500 Hamas terrorists on their soil?
Well, the situation, Nabila, remains grim. I'm here in Jerusalem at the ground zero, and these are the measures at every point and check. There are heavily armed police personnel guarding and, in fact, checking every vehicle. Remember, Jerusalem also remains the area where you have a mixed population, both Jews and also Arabs, Arabian residents living. So that also makes it vulnerable. So the frisking, checking, everything, that remains very grim at every point. In fact, my passport was just also checked because they are also checking upon the journalists who are coming from the Middle East nation. So that explains the furious situation as we go further in the town. Of course, this is being Monday, and usually peak time of the traffic. Mostly it looks deserted, not many people out on the road. In fact, even yesterday, several rockets were fired, and there are a few places just in the outskirt of the Jerusalem where the rockets were fired, but the defense system of Israel quite responded. But here, even the Jerusalem is coming under the target, and that's where the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the iconic Jerusalem's identity, that's Al-Aqsa Mosque. We are en route to that place, and here all you see barely few people because the situation remains tame. Only heavily, security arrangements that have been made. So via the Damascus gate, we are en route to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and this is the outer boundary of that particular area. So at this remains situation, there is a heavy deployment even of the reserve forces, and they are keeping a very close check on the people, those who are visiting here. This is the precaution measure. In fact, all the railway stations and the tram stations, those all bunkers and everything that have been put, I can see security deployment here. They're requesting it not to place the camera. So there you see all these heavily guarded police personnels. This has remained a very challenging job for at this moment during this crisis of time. So the personnel are saying do not enter this area because, of course, that will give information also to their enemies, because now the Hamas is also doing precision attacks, not just random rockets, as they know. They have seen the vulnerability of the Iron Dome, the air defense system of Israel. In fact, we have also been advised by the police personnel, since this area also dominated by the residents of the Arab countries. So they say because of this conflict situation, let me turn the camera. Security.
Right. Ashutosh, if you could give us a brief insight and understanding into the hostages that Hamas has taken in. Where are they located? Where are the spots they're hiding those hostages? Because this is, of course, what they're using to negotiate. Or there's no negotiation here. It's clear that Hamas wants to do maximum damage. They don't mind dying themselves. And they've taken these Israelis into hostages, and they've hidden them where? The question is, where are these hostages? And if Israel is attacking Hamas regions like Gaza Strip, is it not risky that the hostages also might be located right there?
Not just Gaza. Many believe that Sardut is one of the areas, Sardut, which remains the border between, Gaza and the Israel territory. So most likely there are the bunkers that were made, the shelter, those were made for the people. That could have been potentially used by these organizations, these terror outfits, where they are hiding. But it is also believed that many in a hostage-like situation, if you want advantage, you also, take them along to your safe territory in case of there is a negotiation required. But even the kind of warning that they are giving, that if there are further rockets attack, they will, massacre, then even upload the videos. That makes really another difficult situation for the Israeli forces and troops, because you required evacuation, subsequently, also push away those terrorists and neutralize them. So while the Gaza Patti is being cornered by the Israeli troops, the Air Force, or the ground troops, the infantries and the reserves, the major challenging also remain to hunt out those hiding. Also reports with the Israeli intelligence that terror groups and their personals have infiltrated within Israeli territories and they could be hiding anywhere.